Steam's newest releases are cursed. Okay, so today we're just gonna be playing a bunch of free games I found on Steam's newest release page, the pinnacle of quality. Let's see how this turns out. Alright, first one up is called Reindeer Racing. When I went into this video, I knew I would get a few steaming, giant piles of dog shit. And I'm grateful to say that this game wasn't that. Actually, this game might be my contender of Game of the Year. At first I thought, sure, the premise seems pointless, so I hopped on and I was really surprised that no one else was playing. Actually, there were no servers at all, so naturally I created my own, named Dingus. When I jumped in, the game audio just harassed my eardrums, like a war cry preparing me for the greatest gaming experience I could ever dream of. But as soon as I started playing, it was obvious. This was a game for true gamers. My reindeer, this poor, sad existence, was abandoned as a baby deer and forced to be raised on its own. As such, it hadn't learned how to adequately defy gravity and stand upright like any normal animal. And my character? A seasoned pro at snowball competitions. He was the fastest snowballer in town. He would get bullied for constantly staying up and making snowballs, just day after day. Ah, finally! I'm ready to play with all the kids at the park. I'm gonna destroy them in the snowball competition. Son, dinner's ready. Son? Just wait, Mom, I'm nearly finished. Are you still playing with snow, Jerry? Look, Jerry, you're 35 years old. Me and your father have talked about this. But Mom, I need to own the kids at the park. They keep making fun of me. No, Jerry, you need to pay rent, get a girlfriend, leave home. I've seen you play anyway. There's nobody playing with you. Mom, you don't understand. Me and your father are getting a divorce, Jerry. These revelations made my journey through the endless race course immensely difficult. As we trundled along the snowy path, boxes hovered in place, waiting for us to smash into it and collect dynamite. Boulders, apples. Me and the reindeer were running away from our problems, and no one was there to play with us, just because we were too old and ugly. But we kept circling back, because that's the way life goes. Then there were a bunch of booby traps and loud-ass noises, symbolizing wartime. It brought terrible flashbacks to when Jerry was sent to Poland's armed forces, fighting against the resistance. Jerry! What the fuck are you doing? We need you to cover us! I'm making snowballs. Jerry, quick! They're gaining ground! Okay, yeah! Jerry, what the fuck? But nah, this game was actually terrible. I had to immediately uninstall the game. 0 out of 10. Okay, next up we've got Lyra Convolution. So I found this game and I was like, hey, I haven't played a shooter yet. And this is a tiny arena Fortnite shooter where I can emote on your bitch ass. And I guess I was playing against bots because I don't think many people would stick around to get demolished by me. I mean, my expert maneuvering meant I was really hard to hit. The shooting mechanics in this game meant every bullet matters, because there's no feasible way to know where the fuck this one's going to go. I mean, I guess it was kind of fun just running around, jumping and shooting a bunch of bots. And eventually I think I actually found some humans. Or they could have been 6-year-olds because they were pretty fucking terrible. I just really wish there was voice chat so that we could go back and forth talking about who had sex with whose mom. Boom! That's why I took your mom out to Red Lobster. Oh yeah? I took your mom to Chuck E. Cheese. Oh yeah? Well, when she was on her period, I bought her roses and chocolate, and I watched a movie with her favorite movie, The Notebook. It was really good, and I kissed her on the forehead, and she went to sleep in my arms, and I went to sleep, and then we woke up and I made her breakfast. That didn't happen, dude. No, that didn't happen. Yeah, and then we had a kid, and I took him to school every day. I made sure he would grow up with good education, and I bought him textbooks and made sure he did his homework, and also I made sure he was doing well in school. But unfortunately, I had to leave and go do some other stuff like play games, and eventually now I'm here talking to you. My dad. Are you my dad? Yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell you. Nonetheless, I owned their ass with this legendary shotgun that I beelined for every single time. And at least you could get a cool little dash and a teammate who does absolutely nothing. I honestly think I'd rather have Jerry on my team. Either way, this is a game I could imagine being popular in a dystopian world where all of our brain cells have rot because of TikTok. Are you tired of playing those stupid shooters like Fork Knife and Fat Cops 12? Trademarked, I'm using that. Do you hate how shooters take so long to get to the action? Like, look how boring this is. Oh, look at me, I'm walking, I guess, and maybe I'll shoot someone, I don't know, or maybe I'll just keep walking. I mean, gee whiz, you might as well be playing with your grandma who's diabetic and lost a leg. Well, I'm pleased to say in our new game, which was made in only one day, your enemy is right there. No, seriously, they're right there. Don't waste time running. All you need to do is shoot and pray, because this is a real war. A cyber war or something. Not like those traditional shitters. Oops, I mean shooters that are grounded in realism and reality, and it's 2035 and the only thing real is climate change. So go ahead and get your mom's wallet, cause you gotta buy now. Buy it now. 3 out of 10. Alright, time to move on to this new game, Hungry Neighbors demo. This one's a bit of a longer narrative game, so be prepared to be invested into this one. And the editing might be a little different, but I'm sure you'll love it. As soon as I began the game, I was prompted that this was a horror game, and I thought to myself, I'm a seasoned vet, sure. I peed myself a few times playing Slender Man at school, but this looks harmless. What could go wrong? I told myself, and it started out pretty sweet. I was on a boat, a pretty small boat, and I was headed onto an island that promised me a better life, away from my tragic life at Tofu Burger. But then I was startled by a crusty dog who appeared under my gooch. Surprise, bitch! Who was quick to pull out insults. Lover, how dare you? How dare you call me that? And he seemed helpful enough. He asked for my name. I was Nelly. He asked if I was certain to go to this island. Well, of course. Why wouldn't I be? Once on the island, I thought I was alone, but then I was jumped again by a raging seal, who said he was the mayor of the village, and went by Tony. But nonetheless, we walked through the forest on my way to my new home, and my new job was to be the chef for the village. So we collected some food, which apparently meant seal was off the table, and I picked up a carrot. Carrot! But then, a sound. What? Oh, I was just jumped again by a freaky rabbit. I was pretty cautious by this weird rabbit, who had seemed helpful enough, but they kept eyeing my carrot that I picked up. Whatever, this is my carrot, bitch. Eventually we made it to the village, and I'm not gonna lie, this place looked kinda whack. And again I was bum rushed by some freaks. But then I met Marvin. As soon as I laid eyes on Marvin, I knew this bear was some freaky weirdo ready to diddle and murder. I mean, look at his eyes, and the black tar dripping from his mouth. I finally made it to my new restaurant, but first I had to get some light in. Totally not haunted or spooky, and it wasn't. Oh, what the fuck? It was just an innocent little grandma spider. Duh. It was pretty weird that everyone seemed to like jumping me every single moment of this gameplay. Either way, I got jumped by Bailey again, who helped me make some carrot soup. For each recipe, we had to play these minigames that were just intense. Boom. 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 I mean, thankfully, because I'm a skilled gamer, I made it through. But Bailey was giving me some weird vibes. But then again, what could the harmless bunny actually do to me? My first night sleeping was a little strange. And by strange, I mean fucking pitiful. I'm pretty sure I was bunking with a whole family of roaches and one of the grandma's kids. It reminded me of the time I got drunk and fell asleep at a Burger King. And the lights kept flickering, which made me feel really uneasy. The box next to my bed said, "Do not touch." Fuck off, box. I'll do what I want. Ah, my first customer. A doctor cat? After questioning my whole being, this dog made a comment about my height. I got a little upset, because that's a pretty sensitive topic. Anyways, my first few customers came in. Martin, who looks fucking diabolical standing there. He was freaking me out. So in hopes of not getting murdered or diddled by this man bear, I chose to serve this guy. We went searching for honey because, of course, and this is a village with no trade or economy. I grabbed the honey without getting stung through a series of minigames, and I saw Martin look cute as a gummy bear. But obviously Martin was a fucking idiot and I had to clean him up like a toddler. But naturally I wanted to ask a few questions after my second day, but everyone seemed to be avoiding any real answers. Business was usual as I slept onto the 12th day of the month. What the fuck? When I woke up, customers came, and this time I'd served the spider grandma, Nia. She had beef with Bailey. I had to make food and grate cheese for her little spider babies, who apparently numbered over 200. God damn. And this grandma kept fucking flirting with me. I mean, what can I say? I am pretty wise. I went to her mansion and heard her babies. What? Ew. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't think I want any children anytime soon. But then Bailey jumped me in my own house and decided we should play hide and seek in the dark, like any normal person would. I can't see shit. After spotting them, it was my turn. Except this fucking stupid tombstone ruined my hiding spot. And when I asked about it, they ran off upset. I went to bed and, wake up, Nelly. Why are you in my room? Bailey? What happened to your other eye? Actually, what's happened to your actual eye? What the? What the fuck? Nelly, I have a question. Where did my eye go? I don't know. You're supposed to answer that for me. What did you do? What? Ew! Why were they in my room? Shit was getting weird. Like grade A capital weird. Like Michael Jackson's weird mansion of Neverland kinda weird. Hello? Anyone in here? Who's that? But yeah, then I was visited by my friendly neighborhood doctor. Thankfully, this doctor was a lot kinder than my previous doctors. Oh, hey doc. I've kind of had this pain in my ear for a while now. It's kinda... Ah, I see. Pull your pants down. Huh? What do you mean? It's my ear. Oh, are you the doctor here? Did you go to medical school? No, but I don't think... It says here you're a virgin. How would you... Small dick. You have small dick syndrome. But yeah, thankfully, this doc here is somewhat normal. Despite handing me a poisonous fish just to see how it'd work under pressure, I had to put all my focus on this job. I don't know this cat, but to commit murder via poison? I don't think I'd do well in prison. I can't. I won't fail. Oh, it wasn't actually poisonous? These fucking doctors. Then I caught up with Bailey for some explanations, like why I had their eye in my hand. But then Bailey gave me a really sad story about their upbringing. It was survival of the fittest in poverty, which meant stealing food from their youngest brother, killing them in the process. I was genuinely invested and heartbroken by the story. Bailey had a lot of baggage, and I had no idea. This village and its people were growing on me. I mean, sure, they were weird, and I was scared they would probably eat me at some point, but they were my scary murderous friends. Haha, you guys are so much fun to hang out with. Thanks, Nelly. To show your appreciation, why don't you...
Cover yourself in canola oil for us.
Huh?
Ooh, and let's play hide and seek in the oven.
What? They all threw me a welcome party, all my friends, and our party consisted of an eating competition, which was kinda weird because why are they always talking about eating? It's like they're obsessed. Obviously Martin's stupid fat ass beat me, but I still love him. Then I slept till summer came, which began chapter 2. Me and Bailey were up to our typical shenanigans. We decided to go carrot hunting, and I picked this juicy carrot. But when I picked it up, we discovered the rot. Bailey started to scare me. The rot was about to unfold. Nelly, this island has a terrible secret. And that's where the demo ended. I'm not gonna lie, I actually enjoyed this game a lot. I felt like I liked the characters a lot and the village in the end. I liked the little tease of horror. It wasn't scary at all really, but it was pretty good. I feel like I might go back to this one when it's fully released. 8 out of 10. Okay, next one is Liminal Shift Demo. Alright, this game claims to be a unique atmospheric suspense game, and it was correct. The suspense built up when I had to constantly look at my PC to make sure it wasn't on fire while running this game. I could drink my sweat from how much there was of the suspense. You basically walk around and observe all the weird shit going on, a maze of walls, and sounds that are supposed to make you feel something. I actually felt like a guinea pig being put in a lab test. Here's some stimulation for you, and I'll put a little more over here. Yes. Note down his reactions. Subject is showing no signs of brain activity. Alright, let's just leave it and cut our losses. Yeah, okay. So, what you doing later tonight? You wanna have sex? Phones were ringing in this game. Ducks were quacking. Fuck off, duck. Giant ducks were quacking. Chairs were chairing? What does it all mean? I got lost a lot of times. One time I went into the darkness. I will never do that again. There were also some interesting designs and atmospheric elements, but I had to walk for about 20 minutes before I was able to receive more dopamine. Please, sir, may I have some more content? Fuck off, peasant. And this place was so empty it reminded me of the time I accidentally went to school on a public holiday. Hello? Anyone here? Ha! Looks empty. Oh, hi! Oh, hi, Mr. Wendell. How's it? Is Is that your hand on my ass? Could you... And what the fuck is up with all these doors? Once again, my reptile brain fails me and I have to try and open every door. Oh, but these developers are fucking diabolical because only one of the doors actually opened. I'm not gonna lie. It feels a little bit like a cop-out just to say that this is atmospheric. Like, sure, you can make me walk slow and play some random noises and ooh, and do a telephone call and put random mumbling. Maybe make a weird sculpture from Blender. But you're not gonna make me invested in all this fucking water. Like, seriously. Ooh, look, I have an idea. Let's make this game fucking slower by making him walk through water. Give this guy a promotion. Like, I feel like IGN right now. And then a light bulb shut out. And I was in literal darkness for a solid 5 minutes. Am I supposed to know what the fuck I'm looking at? And it teleported me somewhere else? Actually, that's not a glitch. That's a gameplay design. This is the game that your one annoying friend says they play so they look cultured and intellectual. I mean, the visuals are nice. This is basically an ad for Unreal Engine 5. But it was an experience, and I like the premise of the game. That feels like you're in an art museum, but the execution was a little weak. But at least I got to go down a slide. I knew as soon as I saw them I wanted to take a ride. But once I did, I couldn't see a thing. Fuck is that? Is that a slide? Is that the slide? Oh, I jumped in! Oh! It sent me back where I started. This game loves to waste your time. 4 out of 10, too much water. Alright, now we've got this game called Akabos, or Akabos, whatever the fuck. Sir, we have another narrative game incoming! Prepare the troops! So clicking into this game, I had no idea what to expect. I looked into one of the reviews and it said it reminded them of the Adult Swim show Xavier Renegade Angel, which is insanely high praise. Like seriously, you gotta go watch that. That's one of my favorite shows of all time. As soon as I opened up the game, I was met with the most bizarre menu I've ever seen. The dialogue of this game is purely Russian, at least I think it is. And I guess you could say I'm a fan of Russia. Mother Russia, you beautiful woman! And we meet this dog who seems kinda normal, I guess. I mean, I think he's broken because he barks in Russian though.
Guf.
Oh, and obviously he talks to me. He initiates a social relationship with me by sniffing my ass. Oh, so he can do it, but as soon as I do it, I get a HR case against me. And also my ass apparently emits brown clouds. I should probably get that checked. He goes on to explain his pure hatred for these squares surrounding him. I mean, yeah, they're a bit obnoxious, but okay, I think he hates squares. Okay, so the premise is basically this dog named Dog hates squares and he will bark at them, which causes them to gift him with new stuff. You gotta see it to believe it. We basically have to click a certain amount of time so we can destroy these stupid squares. And he apparently liked the way that I clicked him. One of the first few squares I destroyed gave the dog pectoral muscles, at which point I had to touch it. Some gave him happiness, thus more clicks per second. Oh, but you're not gonna believe this. The next square that I destroyed gifted me with the busiest music nerd, Anthony Fantano. Is that Anthony Fantano? He was a dancer, who also let the dog sniff his ass. We find out his name is Anton. We learn that there are rectangles too. Every once in a while we get to click it for free. A tree came in this one, leading to 3 more points per click. I kept clicking. Brass was next. But then I clicked on Anton, and... well, let's just say I was a little surprised at how long his box was. God damn. He explained that he was naked due to the effects of being converted into a 3-dimensional space. Totally understandable, hence why I'm wearing no pants right now. I also clicked on this little squiggle and was rewarded with 5,000 points. Dog was becoming swole, almost completing his anime arc. We got another companion, a bumblebee. How harmless. He got a bit of a sniff as well, and was added to the square-hating squad. And another rectangle unlocked, but this time it withered the tree away, like a metaphor for climate change, or the perpetual constant that is Father Time. Either way, we got a bonus for looking cool in glasses. Eventually we got a blue sky, and Anton shared his memories in prison. What is that? What does that even say? What, Anton? Brody. I was getting slightly more concerned and confused at the way this game was going. We got some dog food and that made me happy. And again, the dog was getting more and more swole. It reminded me of when I was a kid and my hero was Ziz. Today was so horrible. The kids pulled my pants down in front of class and threw glass shards in my eye. How could this get any worse? At least I have you, poster of Ziz. Good night, swole god. Huh? Is the poster alive? You're a fucking loser. We met Dog's son, or our son? Bobik. He was adorable and sweet, and added 40 points per second. One of the squares had a hidden anomaly, causing a break in the time continuum, and Dog became a large ball, and the bumblebee had disappeared because of it, as did my son, and then I lost 40 points per second. Eventually I made it to 40,000 points, and Dog began to crack. I thought I was gonna lose him. I spent so much time with him. We raised the sun, destroyed some boxes, but more importantly, we became friends. Oh, now he's jacked. Oh my god, like Sam Sulek jacked. And then we saw him jacked in 3D. And the bumblebee was back. Clicking was getting intensely boring, so Anton blessed us with another one of his wacky adventures. One of the squares gave Dog a nicotine addiction, so Anton pulled out an endless cigarette and began to explain the story. He loved cigarettes so much he made it his mission to find the mythical endless cigarette. He spent decades trying to find it, driving him crazy. But finally he found the coordinates of the myth and obtained the secret. In doing so, he inflicted a curse on himself, which meant he would no longer enjoy another cigarette again. In retaliation, he booby-trapped the temple and left. The next square struck lightning onto the poor old bumblebee, turning him into an evil wasp. Just like that, we lost a friend. The squares were dwindling, but morale was low in the square squad. Wait, that sounds like we liked the squares. I mean, the anti-square squad. The last time I was this determined, I was at a buffet trying to get my money's worth. Stop, you're scaring everyone! One of the boxes revealed my son, and the plot thickened, just like that. My son just came from the future, broken and robotic. Once we became a giant circle and the penis cloud moved forward, Bobik jumped into the portal and disappeared. Once in this new world, our son had to adapt. He met Oleg and worked for him, and received the location of the legendary item, the endless cigarette. And once he got there, well, he became a cyborg. And then Anton starts questioning why the dog keeps speaking to someone, speaking to us. It's apparent that Anton can't see us. What if this whole world was a simulation and all those watching this video right now are a figment of my imagination? If that were the case, then all of this, everything, means nothing. But that means I could manipulate things at will. In that case, I manipulate you all to subscribe. Let's reach 500 subs. Anyway, another box sent us yogurt. Yogurt man. He explains there's a man, a sexy Jesus man that scared him away to us. It was the bumblebee, now turned wasp, now turned sexy Jesus man. At which point, yogurt becomes swole as well. I can't wait for my turn to get swole. Anton then decides to grab the yogurt and turn him into a makeshift bong. One of the few classic art projects I did in primary school. Misk, show the class what you brought for show and tell today. Go on, Misk, don't be shy. Oh, what the fuck is that? And boom! Waspman comes back and sucks a shadow out of everyone. Wait, hold up. Why did he suck the shadows? Wait, hold up. Why are we even asking questions? Wait, hold up. Finally, we were nearing closer to the end of the squares. At this point, I'm invested. I'm thinking this might be the most insane game I've ever played, and clicking near the end is absolutely torturous. Finally, I made it to the last square, and once I clicked it, our environment changed. What's this? I clicked the final rectangle, and Waspman arrived. Bobik ran. The wasp tries to reason with us. He's gained sentience and claims that this was all a dog's dream, that if we destroy the final box, this world as we know it will be over. He says that Dog can imagine anything into fruition, and Dog imagines Waspman as a sexy lady. At this point it's clear, nothing makes fucking sense. But we've come too far to give up. This can only be solved with an epic battle.
Успокойся. Долго не спи. Антон, Хлебстав, помоги.
A quick decision pops up. I was given the choice to help Waspman or Dog through Anton. I had to help Dog. For what am I but the morals I hold against myself? Anton sacrifices himself for the greater good. A hero, a man, an Anton. The box was destroyed. It's finally revealed that we were just a dog's dream, sitting at the grave of our previous owner, who died of a bee sting in the throat named Anton. A cinematic masterpiece. I'm feeling a light to strong 9 on this one. Okay, thanks for watching guys. More videos coming. Sub and like. You know the deal.